Now, it's not the wine talking because this is my first glass, honest. But I'm working on a wedding ceremony where we're doing something slightly different. And I thought, actually, that something slightly different needs to be talked about. And it came across because when they were looking at all of the websites and the wedding magazines that you have your little plan, your to-do list that they give you, everything said music/dancing. And neither of them want music or dancing. So we've been kind of working together to create something different. And it made me think about, actually, they're not the only people out there that don't want to offer that kind of thing. So I thought I'd chuck a few ideas out for alternatives. So if we start with games. So if you are in a nice venue with some outdoor space, you could do some outdoor games. You could have rounders, you could have croquet, probably get rid of the mallets if too much of that is being consumed later on in the afternoon. You could hire some retro games in or make some retro games in. You could create a competitive element to this. So people have to go around each little game pod and then they get points and then there's a winner. You could have, you could, thinking about it, go a little bit off-piste and hire in some organised games. So axe throwing, archery, stuff like that. So, there are different things that you could do with outdoor space. If your outdoor space is limited or you are a little bit worried about the weather, or just if it floats your boat, you could consider doing some kind of board game for each table. And it could be that each table within your wedding party has the same board game, or they could be different. But imagine if you created a Monopoly game based on you. So the streets are streets that you've lived in your life, or places that you've been on holiday together. You create a real bespoke game. So you could have a little bit of fun and games with that idea. And it'd be really unique centerpieces as well, and really good icebreaker, because if you do mix up family and friends on the tables, then they have to talk and they have to engage. So it just makes for a real nice atmosphere. You could look at doing a quiz. You could have a quiz that you've written and you both host, and the questions could be all about you, probably on your wedding day, but again could be linked to stories that some people, some pockets of your wedding party will know, and again will get people talking. It could be a question about when you were at primary school and you've got a friend from primary school that's on a table with some colleagues that you've only been working with for maybe 5 or 6 years, so that they'll be talking and engaging and give everyone a bit of a fair chance. You could do something slightly different like bingo. Who doesn't love bingo? And if you don't love bingo, you've not been going to the right bingo. We did a bongo bingo or a bingo bongo. Either way, it was absolutely great fun, and probably worth thinking about hiring in a caller for that, because you want somebody that's real high energy. But there was a lot of dance music that we were playing. We got people up moving. We had an element of karaoke in it as well, and it was just really, really good fun. And you could do something completely different, like have a screening. So you could be in a venue where you've got some real nice cozy seats and you all snuggle down and watch a movie, or you could have an outdoor cinema, and that could be your favourite movie as a couple. It could be a home movie where you've created a story of your relationship. So, for example, if you're thinking, right, our wedding day is in 12, 18, 24 months, you could start creating that story, and it could be video stories of actually you going to look at the different types of flowers you want for your bouquet and how they all work together, behind the scenes shots that really kind of tell your love story. It could include a bit of behind the scenes of the suits fittings and stuff like that. So real different ideas there, but I just think it's really important to think outside the box. And if music and dancing is not for you, then by Jove, don't include it. Do something that's right for you. Cheers.